Hey, my name's Jake, and today we're going to be continuing on where we left off last week. Last week I was changing the props on my new outboards, and I had the wrong thrust washers. Reached out to the shop sent me the right pair. It's been real windy today. The audio is pretty messed up. I'm probably going to do a voiceover on this one, so stand by and let's get started. This is the first time doing a voiceover, so bear with me through this. This is one of the old props. They came off Twin Mercury 150s. They are 4-blade 19 pitch. They had to redo the hubs to fit the Suzuki's, and it also has a different thrust washer. When I went to put the Suzuki new props on, the thrust washer was way too small and it caused it to rub. So right there where my finger's at, the prop is rubbing against the lower unit. So we'll go ahead and pull this prop off and take a look at that thrust washer. I had that on there finger tight just so I didn't lose any of the hardware. Now these new props are 3-blade 23 pitch. I asked the shop for 21 pitch. They said it's recommended for 23. And there you can see how much play there is between the thrust washer and the out of the prop. Very little on the old Mercury prop. And these are the new thrust washers. And you can see how tight they fit in there. Nice and snug. They're also thicker. They're probably about a 1/4 inch thicker than the prop nut for the 4-blade prop. Correction, the thrust washer. Go ahead and dry fit it on there and make sure everything's nice and lined up. And it is. Everything is good. I'll go ahead and put a little grease on the thrust washer. And a little grease on the prop shaft. I'm pretty particular about my boat motor, so anytime I use my boat in the ocean, I pull the props off, wipe all the grease off, and re-grease everything. I don't do it every time, but I do it at least once a month. Just preventative maintenance. Got the prop on there. And go ahead and get the washer. And this washer here as well has a little lip on it. It goes right inside the groove of the prop. Fits right in there. Keeps everything nice and centered. And that way it does not have any vibration or any wobble. Long-term vibration will cause your lower unit to leak. I found that prop wrench on the side of the bank of a lake one time and used it more times than I ever thought I would. So these are the old cotter pins. For the longest time I always would reuse the old cotter pins. About 3 years ago, I was about 6 miles away from the launch ramp at Lake Havasu, and I spun a prop off. Ended up having to use an oar and trolling motor to get back. Took forever. Trolling motor was way underpowered for the boat. We'll go ahead and line these cotter pins up. Cut them to length. Those are the Doyle mini bolt cutters. work pretty good. You always want to cut one a little bit shorter than the other. We'll go ahead and slide that cotter pin in there and bend one tab up and over. And I also bend the other tab backwards a little bit just to keep it from falling out there. I'm gonna go ahead and put the cotter pin in the second prop. I had a lot of comments saying that the thrust washer doesn't matter and that you can use any thrust washer. I wouldn't recommend running a prop without the proper thrust washer. It keeps the prop a safe distance away from the lower unit. It keeps the prop centered on the shaft. It makes it to where there's no unwanted vibrations or shaking of the motor or unbalanced prop or anything. Want to make sure it's as good as can be. So that's it. Both props are installed. We're going to try and get out on the water and test them out. You guys have a good day.